The second brand new boss to introduce and debut in Medarot S Unlimited Nova, it is the NUE type, NUE00 Beast Chimera, with a kit of Canceller, Ghost Shot, Laser, Wheel Legs, and the leg ability of Haja, which applies Stat Cleanse one-time use to self when charging Metaforce. Now, unlike Parallel Deuce, who has basically one part that has Pierce potential, and the other two parts are basically just for specific types of punishes, be it shields or heavy use with Deuce, Beast Chimera makes it very clear that raw nuking power is its primary focus, especially between Ghost Shot and even Laser in particular, even if it is a lower damage bonus part. Ghost Shot, of course, is arguably going to be its most powerful part, as it is a high base damage, plus additional bonus relative to your Metaforce gauge, and then Defense Ignore on top of that. So if you're going to make use of Beast Chimera, or if he's an opponent on the field at all, Ghost Shot is the one move you want to pay most attention to. Laser, I'd say, is arguably the most conventional shooting part that he has on him, as it's a optic-based move that has a 1.5 damage bonus at 30% charge, and then a ×2 at 100%, so probably the lesser dangerous skill of his two arms. Not to say it's significantly weaker by any means, but it's probably going to be the safest bet if you're going to be attacked by anything on Beast Chimera in general. Head Canceller, it is a short-based ailment melee attack that, when targeting a certain part, it will force the opponent to use something else and make the part unusable. So say, for instance, if they are running up to the line and they attack the opponent's right arm, that's the particular target they're going after, the target is no longer allowed to use that right arm at all until the ailment itself, Canceller, is cleansed through Stat Cleanse or something of the like. So arguably not as strong as Ghost Shot or Laser naturally, as it is a ailment attack and not a raw nuking power attack, much like Ghost Shot or Laser, but it can be made very, very dangerous if it targets the right part, especially if it catches you in its heat phase, which with Wheel Legs makes it very easy to do. Wheel Legs on top of that means it's arguably going to have the highest mobility in the game, or base mobility rather, at the cost it's going to be the most picky of legs as well with Terrain Match, which will probably be your one saving grace when you're battling Beast Chimera as an opponent, but the one thing you also have to pay attention to when you're using him. But with a heavy support of up to 2, it is going to be a very solid and dependable leg if you need high speed to balance with heavy parts. Pure set score 7.5, I'd say, out of 10 roughly. Pretty much for the reasons stated above. It has very high base damage potential, with a very solid move to make using particular parts tricky or outright impossible, depending on the type of opponents it's going up against. But the fact that it also has Wheel Legs mean that its Terrain Match is going to be very difficult to complement very, very well, as typically you only have Cyber at S rank. I think Stadium would probably be the next best at A rank, and then everything else is probably C rank or lower, which means on anything that's not Stadium or Cyber, Beast Chimera is not going to be going as fast as it really could be. So that's probably going to be the one saving grace, or maybe the big downfall to Beast Chimera. On top of that, Ghost Shot and Laser are kind of Metaforce reliant, and on its build, it's not very easily capable of doing that on its own, but with the right metal, hunter, or sniper nature, he could very easily comp this without it holding him back particularly hard. Mixed parts, however, you can make use of just about anything on the team, really. The legs for high speed and heavy support on anything that Wheel is good for. The Laser or Ghost Shot you can generally never go wrong with as a high power shooting attack. Canceller also is pretty solid for those moments where you do need to make use of a decent ailment on the team, because if you use it right, Canceller can be downright dangerous, especially if you pair it with the right metal nature to try to target or force it to target specific parts, maybe on that first 1 or 2 turns, depending on who it's targeting.